Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to Nancy Drew, the White Wolf of Icicle Creek, where I actually had to play through everything that we did in our previous episode again, except I didn't go to the Icicle Lake. Because, well, I couldn't find a way out of the cabin there. I kept freezing the moment I stepped out. So, yeah. I loaded the save from the end of episode 4, and I replayed the whole thing that I did in our previous episode. I think I did everything the same way. I mean,
check.
I didn't check everything off here yet.
Been there, done that. That's finished.
Call the sheriff, follow the wolf.
That's finished.
Call the avalanche patrol. Okay, so we need to call the sheriff and the avalanche patrol. So let's go do that. Sheriff 403-555 7827.
Sheriff's office, this is Mohican.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew at the Icicle Creek Lodge. We met the other night when you were investigating the bunkhouse explosion.
Oh, yeah, that bright kid from the States. What do you need?
Well, I found a melted clock face close to where the bunkhouse used to be, and I wondered if it could have been what triggered the explosion. You know, the timer.
I found that clock face, too. Left it there because any fingerprints on it would have melted away along with everything else. And besides, Ollie Randall said all the room clocks at the lodge looked like that. Could have been one that was in the bunkhouse to begin with.
Oh, right.
You shouldn't go poking around on your own like that. There could still be explosives lying around. Although, I hear it takes a pretty big bang to set off C4.
C4?
Plastic explosive? That's what blew up the bunkhouse. Lab result came in less than an hour ago.
Did they show anything else?
Did the lab results show anything else?
Nope. Unfortunately, that bunkhouse wasn't particularly well made, so when it exploded, pretty much everything got melted into a blob or blown to smithereens or burned to a crisp.
Yeah, about that C4.
That C4 plastic explosive stuff, I'm assuming it's not something you can just buy at your basic hardware store?
No, but it's not that difficult to get. Not if you're in the military or do any kind of demolition. In Eastern Europe, it's called Semtex. It's not that hard to handle either. For somebody who's had training in explosives, it's a piece of cake.
Do you need some kind of permit to hunt wolves around here?
No, ma'am.
You mean Ollie Randall can go after that white wolf that's been hanging around outside the lodge and just shoot it?
Yes, ma'am. It's always open season on wolves out here. You can kill as many of them as you want.
Somehow that doesn't seem right.
Well, the animals wolves go after don't have a problem with it, I can guarantee you that.
I almost got caught in an avalanche at Chicken Ridge that was triggered by a big explosion.
An explosion? Are you sure it wasn't just the sound of someone shooting a rifle, maybe?
No, it sounded like someone had set off a bomb. In fact, afterwards I found a crater, like someone had deliberately blown a hole in the ground underneath the snow.
Unless it was someone shooting off fireworks or something, I have no idea what it could have been.
I'll let you get back to work.
Have a good day.
Okay, the avalanche service phone numbers. Here we go. 403 555 2006.
Avalanche Patrol, what's your location?
I'm calling from the Icicle Creek Lodge, but I wanted to report an avalanche at Chicken Ridge.
Anyone injured or trapped?
Not anymore.
We'll check it out. Thanks for the heads up. Hey, wait a minute. You know Ollie Randall?
The handyman here at the lodge?
He's also on the patrol. Do me a favor and tell him that the explosives training in Calgary has been postponed till next month.
Explosives training?
Sometimes the patrol has to use explosives to bring down unstable snow. Yearly training sessions are mandatory. Ollie'll know what I'm talking about.
I'll tell him.
Appreciate it.
One more thing. Have any of you guys been setting off explosives anywhere near the Icicle Creek Lodge recently?
Nope, sure haven't.
Well, thanks. Bye.
Okay. Should we call Chantal to update her? "2274.
Hello?
Hi, Chantal. It's Nancy again.
So, have you cracked the case, as Tino likes to say?
Still working on it.
Oh,
I guess not.
You'll hear from me again later.
I have to get going too. Bye.
Okay. So, called the sheriff?
Been there, done that.
Called the avalanche patrol?
That's finished.
Oh yeah, we need to go talk to Ollie. Is Ollie gonna be in the basement again? How do I turn around? There we go. Was this the door to the basement? Yes. Ollie, you in here?
What you need?
The Avalanche Patrol asked me to tell you that the explosives training session in Calgary has been postponed till next month.
Well, hallelujah. I didn't really want to go anywhere until I finished off that wolf. Now I won't have to.
I think you were right about the wolf not being normal.
Course I'm right. Dang, I just remembered. Patrol wants me to keep an eye on Skookum Ridge for the next couple of weeks. Here, there's the key to the snowmobile. Take it out to Skookum Ridge and see if there's been an avalanche.
You want me to check it out?
Seat it so you don't have to worry about the cold. Make sure you call the patrol and give them a report when you're done. You can handle that, can't you?
But I've never driven a snowmobile before.
It ain't rocket science.
Okay. Nothing else we can interact with here.
Two more things. That Bill Kessler guy's getting bored being the only one around here doing any ice fishing. He wants competition. So if he says anything to you, just remember that Chantal wants you to keep the guests we got happy. Other thing is, a cold snap's on its way. You think it's cold now? Just wait. Gotta be real careful anytime you're outside. So, we done here?
Have you ever seen Trapper Dan's needle?
Course.
What can you tell me about it?
All I can tell you is it was built by the same stir-crazy old guy who built this place. Maybe something in that display up in the lobby will tell you what you want to know.
I'd better get back upstairs.
If you need anything, just holler.
Okay. Actually, let's talk to him.
Nancy, I am glad to see you.
Are you all right? You seem upset.
You must listen. I was outside skiing very fast, as usual, and suddenly, boom! Snow, dirt, rocks, everything went flying into the air right in front of me. There is a mad bomber on the loose.
Did you see anyone?
I saw no one, not before, not after. My competitors bombed the bunkhouse thinking I would be so frightened that I would abandon my training and leave. Only I wasn't frightened. So now they are trying to bomb me.
Do you think they're responsible for all the accidents? We're in the middle of nowhere. Where do you think these people are?
Do you think they're responsible for all the accidents that have been happening around here as well?
My competitors and the governments behind them, they are as desperate as they are ruthless. They are capable of anything. They can operate anywhere in the world, under all conditions. It would not surprise me if someone right here in the lodge is right now under their employ. But to them, I say, "Pah! They do not scare me. I am the best cross-country skier in the world. I will neutralize their petty threats with my excellent strength, skill, and speed." I am sorry. Enough about my problems. Did you want something?
That's all for now.
We'll talk again, I'm sure.
Okay. Let's get back up. Do we need to tell that person that we shoveled the snow? You know, the one that was playing...
Hey, excellent job on the snow shoveling, eh? We had ourselves one fine time out there because of you, especially Lou here.
I beat him 5 times.
By the slimmest of margins. Which is why now he's too chicken to go mano a mano with me out there in the ice fishing shack.
Snowshoeing's my thing, dude. Besides, it's animal cruelty.
Give me a break. You ever been ice fishing?
No.
Well, you're about to. Here's the deal. I need some competition, so I want you to go out there and try to catch a bigger fish than I caught yesterday, which means you gotta catch a 2-foot northern pike. Now, it's a bit of a hike out to the lake, but the shack is solar heated, so it's nice and warm inside. So what do you say, kiddo? You game?
Anything to make you guests happy.
Atta girl.
Are you by any chance related to Rolf Kessler, the guy who used to build carousels around the turn of the last century?
No idea.
I'll see you two later, okay?
See you later.
That was another reference to another older Nancy Drew game.
I'm glad you stopped by. The alarm clock is missing from my room. I don't necessarily need another one. I just don't want to be charged for that one, seeing as I have no idea where it went to.
I'll make a note of it.
You're a doll. Now, did you want to ask me something?
Have you ever seen the wolf that's been hanging out around here?
No. Not that I'm looking for it, of course. Yanni occasionally skis by, and that dullard of a student, I see him snowshoeing occasionally. But I've yet to see the wolf. Have you seen it?
Me? I'm just the maid, remember? But I did find a bunch of tracks beyond the pond. You could try following them and maybe see the wolf that way.
Maybe I will. Have you told anyone else what you just told me?
No?
Good. Don't. You see, I'd like to see this wolf for myself, and I don't want everyone else going after it and scaring it away. And there's no telling what that trigger-happy handyman might do. So it'll just be our little secret, all right?
Well, I'd better stop bugging you and get to work.
Toodaloo!
Okay. Tell Ollie... Yep, we did
That's
that.
finished.
Take the snowmobile out to Skookum Ridge. Go to the ice fishing shack. I better save the game before I go out to the ice fishing shack. Besides, isn't it like about around lunchtime anyway? We haven't yet tried making lunch, right? So, I mean, we could. Was it from 12? Let's check the schedule here. Oh, checking maid duties. No. Cooking. Lunch from noon to 1 p.m. Okay, cool. So we'll do lunch in this episode. And we'll go outside again in the next one. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Do we want to call Ned? Oh my gosh. How do I turn back to the computer? There we go. Yeah, we might call Ned. And I guess Dino Balducci as well. Ned, 523-555 4357.
Hi, Nance.
Hey, Ned.
Everything all right?
Where? Oh, hello. We've got a lot to talk about. Let's start from the top.
Yanni Volkstaya, the cross-country skier? Someone threw a bomb at him while he was out on the slopes training.
A bomb? You mean like a grenade or something?
Whatever it was, it left a small crater. I saw it myself.
Why would someone do that?
From what I've read, Yanni is a pretty ruthless competitor. He's probably made a lot of enemies. In fact, he's convinced that his competitors are the ones who blew up the bunkhouse. He thinks they were trying to intimidate him.
And what do you think?
I think he's just being paranoid. Someone may be using explosives around here, but I really don't think they're doing it just to get rid of Yanni Volkstaya.
Then why are they using them?
That I intend to find out.
Good idea.
Are you familiar with a book by Jack London called The Call of the Wild?
Sure, it's about a dog who winds up leading a pack of wolves. It's a classic. Why do you ask?
Because I found a copy of it in Lou's room.
Interesting. Maybe he's got something to do with the wolf that's been lurking around outside the lodge.
I was thinking the same thing. He does spend a lot of time outside by himself. He says he's snowshoeing, but maybe he's up to something else. Something that ties in with the wolf somehow.
Or maybe the fact that he's reading that book is all just a big coincidence.
Yeah, that could be too.
As I recall, it was a pretty good book.
Guadalupe Comillo says she's a bird watcher, but I'm not so sure.
Why do you say that?
For one thing, most birders will go on for hours about the birds they've seen or the birds they want to see, but not her. In fact, birds seem to be the last thing on her mind.
And for another thing?
Well, I mean, she's very interested in the wolf.
The alarm clock from her room is missing.
So, she's not a bird watcher because she sleeps in?
I found a melted clock face in the debris left behind when the bunkhouse exploded. It could have been part of the timing device.
You think it could have been Guadalupe's? You think she's the one who blew up the bunkhouse?
Hey, women can blow things up too, you know. At the very least, they can help blow things up.
Whatever you say.
The guy who built Icicle Creek Lodge also built this weird concrete pyramid thing nearby that everyone calls Trapper Dan's Needle.
What's it for?
No one knows, but there was a piece of black nylon-type fabric sticking out of it. Like there's a door in it and someone had snagged their clothes on it on their way in.
So you think there's a door, but you can't see one?
Right.
Well, just keep poking around. If something's got a front door, it usually has a back door, too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Ollie's on the avalanche patrol, which means he knows how to handle explosives.
Could he be the mad bomber?
He's got the temperament for it, I can guarantee you that. What I'm not sure about is why he'd be the mad bomber. Although he did mention that he wanted to get back into ranching for himself.
What's stopping him?
No property and no cash. Which reminds me, Chantal hasn't gotten around to giving him the raise she promised him. He seemed a tad bitter about that.
Maybe he figures if he wreaks enough havoc around there, Chantal will shut down the lodge and sell it to him for next to nothing. Not only will he get property, he'll get revenge.
You really think she'd sell the lodge to Ollie?
Of course.
course not, but if Ollie thinks that, he could easily be your guy.
Gotta go. I'll call you again.
I miss you, you know.
I miss you too. Bye, Ned.
Aww. Let's call Tino. 312-555-5375.
Hey, Nancy, what you need?
I better go.
Don't be a stranger.
Alright, I guess we won't be talking to him. Well, I mean, this kind of looks like a pretty okay spot to save the game. So maybe we'll save the game here and then go straight outside without doing any cooking in the next episode. Oh. Maybe we're not going outside anyway. Because it's at danger levels. And I guess I kind of want to go outside only when it's in the yellow or green. The things I have to do though are outside. Well, we'll think about this in the next episode. Maybe we'll just skip time until tomorrow or something. And then tomorrow hopefully the temperature will be nicer again. And then we'll go like around, I don't know, maybe 10 in the morning or something. We'll go outside and we'll have a couple of hours before it gets really cold again. We'll see. But for now, thank you so much for watching and spending a little of your time with me here today. It was lovely to have you. Please remember to be kind to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you again next time.